In this video, I want to talk about how to stop obsessively thinking about someone. Now, this can be a very crucial video for you if you are trying to manifest a specific person or trying to manifest some form of contact with them. And one of the biggest reasons why you haven't been able to be with this specific person is you've been obsessing about them too much. But underneath that obsession lies deep fears and insecurities. So if you want to learn more about this, stay tuned and let's get started. Welcome back to this video. My name is Rav. I'm a manifestation coach. If you want to work one-on-one with me, the link is down in the description box below. So let's talk about this, how to get rid of obsessive thoughts. And before that, let's try to understand what obsessive thoughts are and why they are there in the first place. So the reason why you have these obsessive thoughts is because you have these deep fear of loss, of maybe not being able to be with your specific person, or somehow like they might leave you, this fear of abandonment, or some deep insecurities from the past which tries to like come up in your mind all the time, almost like these traumatic memories that makes you think that they're gonna leave you. It makes you feel obsessive in more of a negative way. Now, you may be also thinking about them constantly, but if it's in a positive way, I don't even call that obsession. Because when you're trying to manifest something, if you are really aligned with your goals, right, if you have no too much resistance towards your goal, then that kind of thinking, it can be very productive because it just gives you more new ideas to get towards your goals closer, right? Even when you try to manifest a specific person, if you have only positive thoughts about the relationship, maybe you're thinking about new ways to make that relationships better. But if you're obsessing of them in a negative way, you're doing that because you have this fear. You have insecurities, you probably have like jealousy issues, and you think that they might leave you because of these insecurities you have. I have seen this in my own manifestation journey too, when I've been trying to manifest a specific person or even just a relationship with somebody new, right? I've had this problem show up in my reality a few times, and what happened was basically I had this like idealized version of this person, and I would think of them very highly, and for some reason I would think that maybe I'm not important for them, or maybe I thought, you know, they would find somebody else who they would be more attracted towards, or somebody who was better than me, and they would leave me. And because of these kind of thoughts, like this obsession towards them kept on growing. And sometimes like these thoughts would be so intrusive and be running on in my mind all day long that it would reflect upon my behavior too, you know. So when it comes to law of assumption, what you have to do is you have to think of a scenario that you would like to be on, right? You have to think of thoughts that you want to have when you're already in that relationship. But when you have these obsessive thoughts, you have these fearful thoughts about not being able to manifest your specific person or not being able to be in that relationship, all you're manifesting is that lack, right? That fear. You have to change the way you think about your specific person, and you also have to change the way you think that they think about you. So in other words, you have to change your own perception about the specific person, the relationship that you're in. Also, you have to change your perception about how they think of you. So if you want to make somebody think of you in a more positive way, if you want to get somebody to act in a more positive way towards you, what you have to do is you have to change your perception about them and how they've been showing up in your reality. So in order to stop these obsessive, intrusive thoughts from hampering my relationship, and in order to create a better relationship with the person that I'm trying to be with, or even it could be even with family members, friends, or whoever, right? You can have the scene in your mind where you're visualizing that you already have a balanced relationship where they're giving you enough attention, they're giving you enough care. And you can have these inner conversations in your mind where you specifically hear them saying the things that you'd like to hear. So for example, you're seeing your SP being a little bit more distant, and you wish that they would approach you more, they would text you more, they would adore you more. So what you have to do is think of them saying the things that you like to hear. For instance, in this scenario, you can hear them say things such as, "I'm always here for you. Even if I'm gone away for a while, I'm always thinking about you. You're always close to me, and I love reaching out to you." And you know, all these things that makes you feel that you're actually appreciated. If you do this in a right way, like you try to relax a little bit, and if you try to have these visions or hear them say these words where they're trying to comfort you in a way, you will start to feel this like instant calm and relaxed feeling in your body, right? That means that it is working. This is the thing that's going to get pushed out eventually. If you don't even see it right now, don't worry about it, because this is the thing that's going to get pushed out eventually, and that's what you're going to get back. Now, another way I like to get rid of obsessive thoughts is through revision. And this can be especially helpful when you have past traumas or memories that kind of trigger you. If you do not know what revision is basically taking a past memory of maybe an unfavorable event and making that into a more favorable one, where you see it happening in the way you wished it would happen. And this is a very important thing, because I feel like a lot of people who went through traumas, they just get stuck on this like one particular thought, and that keeps repeating in their mind over and over and over again. But they've never even thought of an alternate scenario on how they would like that to have happened. So first of all, you'd have to think of a scenario where it would have gone differently, right? Let's think of it as an alternate reality, or whatever you want to call it, right? Like a parallel reality. Maybe in a parallel reality, it was a similar scenario, but instead of you getting abused, you got exactly what you wanted from the partner. And in that version of reality, you see yourself as this calm and confident person who has been very much appreciated by your partner. So whenever the past traumatic thoughts come up, and instead of that, you try to repeat this new made-up memory where the situation went in your favor, it's gonna replace that old memory or this old traumatic pattern that you had. After you do this for enough time, what happens is you basically have created a new version of reality and a new version of yourself. So whenever you're trying to deal with a relationship where you've had like similar experiences, you won't go back to that old actual memory before. Instead of that, you'll see yourself in that favorable memory, or you probably will forget about it, but that new self-concept of you lies in you. So that's the thing that you're gonna grasp into. So that's one good way to get rid of obsessive thoughts, because that's gonna help you a new self-concept of yourself where you feel like you always had what you wanted. Because in our minds, we are constantly creating scenarios of the future, of the past, and if you keep creating these future scenarios all the time, that's gonna be a reality. But if you catch these thought patterns that are unfavorable for you, or if you catch these visualizations, these visions that you're having of the future that's happening in a more unfavorable way, you can make that, I can't even say that word, you can make that more in your favor by visualizing things that you'd like to happen, or affirming to yourself in a way that's more favorable for you. And that's how you end your obsessive thoughts. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to comment down in the comment section below, or you can also email me at ravempowers@gmail.com. And if you want to work one-on-one with me, feel free to email me as well. Also, there's a link down in the description box below. And with that being said, guys, I trust that this video is going to help you get rid of these obsessive thought patterns that you have. And I want to wish you all the very best. Goodbye and namaste.